गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी। कैसे आप लोग? इज एवरीबॉडी हैप्पी? ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, once again welcome in my YouTube channel. Myself Shivprasad sir from Shubhrat Singh Children Academy. Students, in today's lecture, today is 4th September 2020. In today's lecture, that is of 12th Business Studies lecture. As you know very well that we have already started the chapter number 7, directing. Students, in this chapter, in the last lecture, we had discussed about supervision. In that lecture, we had discussed about the meaning and features. The meaning and features of supervision. It was discussed in the last lecture. Students, today also the topic is same, supervision, but in that the next question we are going to discuss the functions of supervisor. Or we can say like this, that the chapter is directing, and in the directing the topic is supervision, and under this heading we are learning different questions. First question, we learn about meaning and features of supervision, and today we are going to learn about the functions of supervisor. So, functions of supervisor. This we are going to learn today. Students, in functions there are number of points. The point wise we are going to discuss the functions of supervisor. In the series of functions, the first point is facilitates control. First point is facilitates control. Okay, let's discuss the first function, that is facilitates control. So far, whatever we have learned about supervision, having with that much knowledge we can discuss this. In earlier video, or we can say that in the earlier lecture, we had discussed about the features of supervision, meaning of supervision, definition we have learned already. So meaning is already clear in our minds that supervision means keeping an eye or keeping watch on the subordinates. The activities of the subordinates are monitored by the supervisor. With this knowledge, this one can be explained, because when the supervisor, what we are learning? We are learning functions of supervisor, or in that the first point is facilitates control. When supervisor monitors his subordinates, at that time, while observing the activities, or we can say that while observing the performance of the subordinates, he compares the actual performance of the subordinates with desired performance or with expected performance. What he is doing? He is, while monitoring the work of the subordinates, what he is doing technically? He is comparing the actual activities, the actual work done, or we can say that the actual performance of the subordinates with the desired performance, or we can say that with planned performance. And while doing so, if he finds any deviations in the sense, if he finds any discrepancies, any limitation in the actual performance, then he will correct it. On the spot, he will correct it. He will give them instructions once again. He will give his guidance to them that you are expected to do like this, the performance should be like this, but it is not as per our expectations or as per plan. So these are the discrepancies, these are the limitations, these are the shortcomings in your performance, so you rectify it. So like this, we can say that the supervisor is facilitating control. How supervisor is facilitating control? Because controlling means comparing the performance with the desired performance and taking corrective actions. It is called as controlling. So supervisor is also doing the same job. He is also comparing the performance of the employees, because it's his work to keep eye, to monitor the work of the subordinates. So while monitoring, if he finds any shortcomings, if any discrepancies, then he on the spot to correct that job, or to correct that function, or to correct that activity, he can on the spot give his opinion or suggestion that it should be done like this. So like this we can say that supervisor is facilitating the control. Okay, so first point is clear to all of you. Now the second point which we are going to discuss under the heading functions of supervisor is optimum utilization of the resources. My dear students, this point was also covered when we were learning about the features of supervision. That time also this point was there. So once again it is under the heading functions of supervisors. Optimum utilization of resources. Dear students, I would say that this the point is already known to you. Yes, it is already known to you. Think about it. You will get the answer. Easily you can explain it. Optimum utilization of the resources. Dear students in the commerce stream, since last year, when you are in 11th standard, now you are in 12th standard, we are learning the 12th business studies. So when you are in 11th standard, from that time, means last 2 years you are listening this one. Optimum utilization of resources. Whenever we hear this sentence, whenever we that come across with this sentence, that optimum utilization of the resources, at that time, the very first thing which comes in our mind is that minimizing the wastage of resources. Minimizing the wastage of resources. Wastage of resources cannot be avoided. Keep in mind this. Wastage of resources cannot be avoided, but it can be minimized. As we know very well that just now I discussed over here that facilitates control under this heading, that supervisor keeps watch on the activities of the subordinates. Supervisor keeps eye on the performance of the subordinates, or we can say that he monitors his employees. So when he is monitoring, when he is keeping eye, when he is keeping watch on subordinates, at that time subordinates are also aware. Subordinates, or we can say that employees, they are also knowing this, that we are being watched. That somebody is there who is watching us. Somebody is there who is watching us. Somebody is there who is taking that petrol in the sense that taking round of our activities. So at that time, either it is raw material or it is the spare parts of the machines, any type of resource which is being used in the organization, its optimum utilization is assured. How come? Because employees are aware that supervisor is there, supervisor is watching us, so we should not waste the resources. One thing. The second thing is that if supervisor is there, then supervisor can suggest them, can instruct them that how to utilize the resources, how to use the resources, how the wastage can be avoided, how misuse can be avoided. These things are monitored by the supervisor. So, with the help of supervisor, or we can say that because of supervisor, as well as because of the awareness of the subordinates, because of the awareness of the employees, there could be optimum utilization of the resources, and misuse of the resources or wastage of the resources will be minimized. So like this, the resources will be optimally, means there will be optimum use of resources. Next point is maintenance of discipline. Maintenance of discipline. Third one we are going to discuss maintenance. Maintenance of discipline. Dear students, maintenance of discipline under this heading, once again I would say that we are discussing the one and the same thing again and again. We are discussing the same thing again and again. How? Once again I would say that the supervisor is keeping eye, the supervisor is keeping watch on the subordinates, and subordinates are also aware, and on the spot required instructions, required guidance can be given to them. Like this, the discipline is maintained in the organization. Discipline is maintained in the organization, or we can say that among the employees, or we can say that in that particular department where supervisor is there, discipline can be maintained. My dear students, feedback. Next point which we are going to discuss is feedback. It is also very clear. Feedback. If you have read, if you have gone through the role of supervisor from your textbook, then it is very clear. Supervisor is key man. What I am discussing now, I am discussing the role of supervisor. It is given in your textbook. Hardly 3 points are there. He is a key man. He is working as mediator and as a human relations specialist. Separate heading is there in your book, that role of supervisor, and hardly these 3 points are discussed, that supervisor is a key man. Key man in the sense important person, crucial person, main person. Because of supervisor, the subordinates come into action. Because of supervisor, the subordinates come into action, and subordinates receive the required instructions, required orders, feedback, that guidance from the supervisor. So like this we can say that he is a key man in the organization. He is a mediator, or we can say that he is a connecting link between management and the employees. It is over here. Feedback, response. As I told you just now, while discussing the role of supervisor, that supervisor is middleman, supervisor is mediator, or supervisor is connecting link between management and these employees. He is in continuous contact. He is in that continuous touch with the employees. So due to his the communication skill, due to his behavior, he maintains good relation, a friendly atmosphere in the department, or we can say that among the subordinates. And in such a way, in this way, while maintaining friendly atmosphere, or because of the he is in touch of the employees, continuously he gets the feedback of the employees. No doubt he is connecting link, he is a mediator. What he does actually, what is the actual role of the supervisor? Supervisor is executing, attend here please, supervisor is executing the plan. Supervisor is executing the plan. Whatever decisions are taken by management, whatever is planned by the management, it is being executed by supervisor. So orders, instructions, guidance are being given by the supervisor. For what? For execution of the plan, for execution of the decision which is taken by the management. So simultaneously he gets the suggestions or opinions of the employees, and he forwards the opinions or suggestions or the experiences of the subordinates to the management. So far we have discussed these 4 points. Number 1 was there, facilitates control. Second one, we discussed optimum utilization of resources. Third one, maintenance, discipline. And fourth one, just now we finished that feedback. Improves communication. The fifth point which we are going to discuss, improves communication. Improves communication. Dear students, communication means what? The communication means sharing of information, ideas, knowledge. So over here, once supervisor is giving orders, instructions, guidance to the subordinates, and while taking feedback, he is receiving the opinion, he is receiving the suggestions of the employees. So we can say that like this, because of supervisor, the communication is improves. Dear students, no doubt where number of the persons are working, so chances are there many a times there can be some sort of disagreement, there can be some sort of quarrels, or we can say disputes among the employees. It is a very obvious, it is very that common in nature, where few persons are working together. So it may occur the many a times that between two persons some sort of dispute that took place, some quarrel took place. But you think about this, that when disagreements or when disappointments or when such type of quarrels or disputes take place, mainly it is due to lack of communication. Lack of communication or lack of misunderstanding. Many a times these things happen, that disappointments or disagreements or disputes, quarrels among the employees. So because of supervisor, he can improve the communication. How? I told you just now while explaining this point of feedback that he is in continuous touch, he is in a relation with the employees, he maintains good relations with the employees. No doubt is giving orders, instructions, but simultaneously he is receiving the suggestions also, opinion also. He is maintaining a very good discipline among the employees, very good friendly atmosphere among the employees. So overall, the communication will be improved because of supervisor. Improves motivation. The sixth point which we are going to discuss is improves motivation. Improves motivation. Yes, dear students, once again I would like to draw your attention. We are going to finish this question also, which we had started today. Our today's topic, or we can say today's the question was functions of supervisor, and we discussed first point, second point, third, fourth, fifth, and we have reached to finish the topic, or we can say the question. It is improves motivation. Improves motivation. My dear students, it's human nature. What I'm saying, that attend please, then only you will be able to understand. It's a human nature that everybody needs some sort of importance. I hope you're getting me. It's human nature that everybody needs some sort of importance. See, for example, I am a supervisor. All of you are my subordinates. You are working under me. 10 to 15 persons or 20 to 25 persons, even more than that can be as a subordinates working under me. So in this example, I am saying that I am your supervisor and all of you are working under me. So no doubt I am giving you orders, instructions, guidance, but individually, if you will think about yourself, so everybody feels that my role is important or I am important. So this feeling of individual subordinate is satisfied by the supervisor. How? Because supervisor, according to interest, according to ability, interest plus ability of the subordinates which are working under him, he gives responsibilities. He gives or he allot duties. Who is allotting responsibilities? Who is allotting duties? The supervisor. That you have to this, you will have to do this work. So when this responsibility, when this duty, or we can say that authority, responsibility as well as authority is allotted by supervisor, so that individual worker or individual employee, he also feels that yes, I am important. I am important for this organization, or I am also something in the eyes of the supervisor. So like this we can say that morale Morale of the employees is motivated. Each and everybody feels his own importance. What I said? Each and every subordinate feels his own importance. That, yes, I am responsible person. This responsibility is given to me and I must do my duties as I am supposed to work. So I think all the points are clear to all of you. My dear students, at last once again I am going to summarize my lecture, that what we learned today. Today, that is 4th September on 2020 in 12th Business Studies, chapter number 7, that is directing. The topic is functions of supervisor. We discussed that supervisor facilitates control. Because of supervisor, optimum utilization of resources is possible. Because of supervisor, discipline is maintained. Because of supervisor, the management get the continuously that feedbacks of the employees, or we can say that of the subordinates, because supervisor is connecting link or mediator. Improves the communication and improves the motivation. Just now we finished these last 2 points. My dear students, over here this question is finished, that is functions of supervisor. Once again, thank you very much for kind cooperation. Have a nice day. That's all for the day, and don't forget to like my videos, and those who have not subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you very much for kind cooperation.